Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm really excited. I've got a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful old style deck to show you. I'm going to take you through every card, and it's gorgeous, so you're going to love seeing them. It's a very readily available deck. It's from Lo Scarabeo. I believe I picked mine up on Amazon for like about $22 or $23. So this is the box. Nothing too special, you know, your typical flip-top box. And this Golden Tarot of the Renaissance, it's also known as the Estensi Tarot, by Giordano Berti, artwork by Joe Dworkin. And the story behind this deck, it's based on a very incomplete deck from the late 1400s. The deck that they found was a hand-painted deck, so made for a royal family, and only about 17 cards out of the 78 card deck remain. So what they did was they based the entire minor arcana and some of the majors on frescoes that are in a villa at the area where this deck was produced originally, and these frescoes are contemporaneous in time, so they figured they would be a good representation for the minor arcana. So let's get right to looking at it. You can see from the box that it's really beautiful. There's just something really light and bright and really special about this deck. I just adore it. The cardstock is nice, flexible but strong. Here is the card back. So we've got some kind of coat of arms or shields here, and it's reversible. And typical of most of the Lo Scarabeo, we've got the kind of some writing on the side here in different languages. But let me show you first the little white book that does come with this. And it's a very, very brief and concise little white book. The Estensi Tarot, and it's in several languages, so only a few pages for each language. The first section is English. They tell you a little bit about the deck itself, a little bit about how to divine with the tarot deck. They go through the major arcana, and it's basically just a few keywords. The same with the minors. Just a few keywords for each card. And that is about it. Then we go into the same information in other languages. So a very concise and brief book, but the introductory page or two telling about the deck and how they developed it is very interesting to read. So let's get in a little closer here so that I can show you a little more easily. Okay. So we've already looked at the card backs. Alrighty, so here we have the title card, and then just a general information card from Lo Scarabeo showing some of their other historical based decks. We've got Visconti, Golden Botticelli, Golden Tarot of Klimt. Alright, then we'll start with the major arcana. Here is the Fool. Really cute. Very detailed. We've got these little impish looking elf sort of guys. He's wearing what looks like kind of a boxer underwear there. And a donkey-eared hat. So a very whimsical, cute Fool card. Here we have the Magician. So you can see there's a lot of detail added to these from some other decks. Really, considering the time when this deck was originally produced, these figures are pretty amazing for the majors. Here we have La Papessa, or the High Priestess. The Empress. She really does look beautiful and regal. Here is the Emperor. This is the Hierophant, or as they called it back then, it was the Pope. And the High Priestess was the Popess. The Lovers. So we've got 3 pairs of lovers here and 2 angels. So really a lot going on in this card. I don't normally find the Lovers card to be very appealing in most decks, but in this deck I really like it. The Chariot. Very cool. The colors are just so light and bright. Justice at number 8, because of course Rider-Waite wasn't until about 100 years ago, where they had Strength at 8 and Justice at 11. Here we have the Hermit, kind of a Father Time hermit. I love him. The Wheel of Fortune. So we've got I will reign, I am reigning, and I did reign. I'm not sure about this guy down here below. I guess he's the distant past ruler. Very nice wheel. Here we have Strength. This is the old style of the time where they had the lady with a pillar demonstrating strength for the Strength card. I really like this Hanged Man also. Very cool. Looks like he got caught stealing some money pouches and got hanged for it. So there is the Hanged Man. Look at this Death card. Isn't that awesome? Look at the horse's face. It's just really, really cool. Here we have Temperance. The Devil. You know, and I know there are, I think about 15 or 16 major arcana that were the originals, but I don't know which ones are the recreated cards. I really don't know. Here's the Tower. There were about 6 or 7 that had to be imagined what they would be like. Here's the Star. The Moon. That's really cool. I used to navigate by the stars and the moon. Very unusual, that card. I would imagine that's probably one of the originals. The Sun. I like that it's a lady rather than a baby on a horse. I love this Judgment card. Look at that. So beautiful. And here we have the World, and I love this World card also. She's literally on top of the world, and look at the clouds. Just fabulous. So those are the majors. Now I'm going to go a little more quickly through the minors, and I'm going to compare all the aces and all the 2s and all the 3s and 4s of each suit at the same time, so you can kind of get a better idea by comparing them that way. So let's see, we're going to have to go out a little bit. Here we go. I don't want to go out too far because I want you to have a good view. There we go. Alrighty, so the suits we have are swords or épées, batons or wands, pentacles or deniers, and cups. So the Ace of Cups has a winged Pegasus horse. Really pretty. Look at this Ace of Denier. They're so beautifully detailed. I mean, just fabulous. Of course, they are taken from original frescoes in a villa in Italy. And look at this guy, the Ace of Wands. I love that card. And the Ace of Swords. Very cool. Justice. Got the 4 little winged angels there. So those are the aces. Here we have the 2 of Cups. Very traditional. Love or partnership. The 2 of Pentacles or Denier. The 2 of Wands. We've got kind of 2 trees to represent the wands. And the 2 of Swords. Moving on to the 3s. 3 of Cups. And the 3 of Pentacles. Pretty typical, kind of a similar to Rider-Waite, where they've got workmen working on a craft. The 3 of Wands. And the 3 of Swords. Very cool. 4 of Cups. 4 of Pentacles. Kind of get the miserly type feel to that card. 4 of Wands or batons. And the 4 of Swords. 5 of Cups. Pentacles. 5 of Wands. And the 5 of Swords. They're all so beautifully detailed and so wonderfully done. Moving on to the 6s. We have the 6 of Cups. Pentacles or Denier. Batons or Wands. And the 6 of Swords. And they do have keywords, as I said before, in the little white book, for instance. And they go through them by suits. So 6 of Swords is considered risk, dangerous but necessary choice, uncertain success, travel to the unknown. So you don't have the same picture as the Rider-Waite, showing the person taking someone in a boat from stormy waters to still waters, but this is kind of a similar feel. They're riding a chariot into a different place. So there are the 6s. Here are the 7s. This is a cool 7 of Cups. They've got the 7 cups up here on the moon. I love that. The 7 of Coins or 7 of Denier. A donation, charity, giving. We've got the 7 of Wands or batons. And the 7 of Swords. Very dashing cavalier card there. Moving on to the 8s. 8 of Cups. Look at the little baby. Isn't that kind of interesting? 8 of Coins. 8 of Wands. And the 8 of Swords. And in addition to having the 8 swords, there's also numbers in the corners. If you need to actually refer to the numbers, we've got the suits written here and the numbers up in the corner. 9. 9 of Cups or chalices. 9 of denier, or coins. The 9 of wands, or batons. And the 9 of swords. Well, that'll give you nightmares. No head. Moving on to the 10s. 10 of cups. Denier, or pentacles. The 10 of wands, or batons. And the 10 of swords. Just a beautiful, beautiful card. Alrighty. Next, we'll move on to the court cards. We've got the valet, which would correspond to the page. So this is Valet of Cups. Valet of Coins. The Valet or Page of Wands. That's really a nice card. I really like that. And the Valet of Swords. Now, supposedly, Valet of Swords is one of the original cards that remains from this deck, but according to the information in the little booklet, he did not keep the original Valet of Swords. So I don't know if this is the original or not. It's sort of unclear, but it could be. All right, moving on to the knights. They've all got horses. Knight of Cups. Knight of denier, or coins. The Knight of Wands. Love his horse. Look at that. And the Knight of Swords. And the queens. All very pretty. Queen of Cups. She's got her knight there. Queen of denier, or pentacles. She looks quite wealthy. And then we have the Queen of Wands and the Queen of Swords. Very cool. And then last but not least, the kings. King of Cups. King of denier, or pentacles. The King of Wands. And the King of Swords. So I think this deck is exceptionally beautiful. It's unique. It's pretty easy to come by and inexpensive to buy, so you can't go wrong if you'd like to pick it up. Hope you enjoyed this quick walkthrough, and I will talk to you next time. All right, bye-bye.